Howdy, folks. Welcome to the channel, Rockin' the Country. I'm Don. I've got a gift request to do the gentleman who many folks consider to be the king of country music, George Strait. And how about them Cowgirls? I don't know what to say. There's a lot that could be said regarding sports and derogatory comments toward the Dallas Cowboys, but that's not what this is going to be about. I know that much. Liam in Australia made a gift to the channel for me to do this one. So Liam, thank you for this gift and request. And this is what Liam said. Hey Don, I have another great song for you. Everyone has told me to keep those George Strait requests coming, so I'm doing just that with another one of my favorite Strait songs. How about them Cowgirls? Like every George Strait song I've ever heard, as you know, the first time I heard this one, I loved it straight away. Pardon the pun. Also, I want to say thank you to everyone for their kind comments on my previous song requests, saying I have great taste in country music songs. It really means a lot. Hope you like this song, Don. I'm sure you will. Liam from Australia. So there you go, Liam. Thank you for that wonderfully written and sentimental, thoughtful post and request. Here we go. How about them Cowgirls? Yeah. Interesting beginning.
I felt the rush of the Rio Grande into Yellowstone, and I've seen firsthand Niagara Falls.
I've been there.
And the lights of Vegas.
Haven't been there.
Crisscrossed down to Key Biscayne and Chi-Town via Bangor, Maine. Think I've seen it all.
I bet George has.
And all I can say is, how about them Cowgirls? Boys, ain't they something? Sure are some proud girls. And you can't tell them nothing. And I tell you right now,
tell them
something. May just be 7 wonders of this big, bold, round world. But how about them Cowgirls?
You know, this song has not a somber tone to it, but it is not as upbeat as I thought. It's almost a more solemn presentation about how about them. I thought this would be all kinds of fun, but even the instrumentation they brought in behind it was almost symphonic. I'll have to give it another listen to sort of pick out exactly what's going on in it, but it's orchestral. And it's like, well, that's different when you're singing about them Cowgirls, but I don't know where he's going to go with it. There's still 3 minutes left or so.
She's riding coast in Steamboat Springs, baling hay outside Abilene. She's trying hard to fit in some city, but her home is neat, that big blue sky and the northern plains and those other wide open spaces. Nowadays there ain't as many, but how about them Cowgirls? Boys, ain't they something? Sure are some proud girls, and you can't tell them nothing. I tell you right now, girls, they just be 7 wonders of this big, whole, around world. But how about them Cowgirls?
I wouldn't have dragged out the lyrics.
She don't need you and she don't need me. She can do just fine on her own 2 feet. But she wants a man who wants her to be herself. And she'll never change, don't know how to hide her stubborn will or her fighting side. but you treat her right, and she'll love you like no one else. Yeah, how about them cowgirls? Boys, ain't they something? Sure are some proud girls, but you can't beat the loving. And I tell you right now, girls, may just be 7 wonders of this big whole round world. But how about them cowgirls? How about them, boys?
I bet he does this very differently in concert. All right, so of course I love the lyrics. I mean, I love the idea, the concept. I don't know what the songwriter had in mind, but I'm going to guess it diverged from what the producer had in mind and what the producer wound up doing with the song. The lyrics themselves and the way George sang them, would have loved to have seen a more fun presentation. The lyrics, like the way George sang them, was a little more drawn out with lengthier notes and hanging on certain words. And if he goes faster through them, it becomes a funner song. But on the other hand, you know, maybe it was just meant by the songwriter to be a more serious ode to cowgirls and what they do. And, you know, I've seen the 7 wonders of the world, but there's nothing that compares to the cowgirls. That line about you can't tell them nothing, that's not true. You may not be able to tell them what to do, which is fair enough. I mean, I don't like people telling other people what to do anyway, unless they're breaking the law and hurting somebody. Then, of course, police can tell you what to do. As a side note, I see these reaction videos where, like, live body cameras on cops now, that's in the public domain. So you get to see a lot of footage of people trying to take control of the cops. And you're like, are you kidding me? Do you know what cops do? Do you have any concept of what their point is? You cannot tell them how they're going to do their investigation. You can assert your rights and they can break them, but then you have recourse afterward, but not in the moment. I don't like people telling other people what to do in normal circumstances and telling a cowgirl what she should do, unless you're her father or mother. I'm a libertarian. I don't pretend to know more than what another person knows, especially in their domain. And as a philosopher, I always know I might be wrong on something, or there's more information to be gained from another person. But that line, you can tell a cowgirl that she's beautiful, that she's wonderful. You can tell her that you love her. And I know that this songwriter knows that, and that George knows that as well. We all know that. But when I hear these lyrics, I'm like, wait a minute. You know, my girlfriend's from Kentucky, Western Kentucky, and you would not mistake her for a New Jersey girl by any stretch, though she's been here 16, 17 years, something like that. Sweetheart, heart of gold, and all that, but very strong-minded, very quick on her feet. Very earthy, down to earth person. And could you tell her what to do, how to do things? That'd be a no. Not in her world. If you're at work, when she's at work, for example, you could tell her, if you're her boss, you could tell her you want to do this, go there. That's the nature of work and having bosses and stuff. But in a normal situation, you're not going to tell a cowgirl how to rope a horse or how to do this. You might suggest things, but I don't know. This song, there's so many songs can mean so many different things to so many people. And Liam, this was fun. I don't know if you ride, Liam, but I love to know these little bits of information about people just because on the channel we become friends, online friends, but friends and friendly with one another. And we run with it. And so I like, if you want to share that information, it'd be pretty cool. But, all right, I'm going to rate this song as a song. And I love George Strait. But the number that popped into my head on this one was an 8.4. And it was because it still makes me feel like the song should have been done more up mood. It was a little too solemn for me. including the orchestral background and the way George sang it. But that was on the producer side of things. So I'm not sure what they were going for, but whatever it was, maybe they got it and I just have a different interpretation of it. So there you go, guys. You can thank Liam in Australia for that. Have a great day. Ride 'em, Cowgirls. I'll see you on another video and keep rocking the country.